Put it on my news. It's me, Tessoen. Woohoo! Alright, so today we are going to talk about the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Alright, I actually got to go to the movie on opening day, April 1st. I was able to watch it in 3D, and while I was there, actually, I got a freaking poster, dude. I got a poster. Even though I do show up at most of the opening times of movies, this is the first poster I actually got. Usually they're sold out or they just don't have any, but Mario was prepared. They were prepared. And I was thinking of buying like a Yoshi bucket. Unfortunately, I didn't have any money left at that time, so yeah, I couldn't get one. Would I still get one? I don't know if I would. Honestly, I don't like eating popcorn, so I mostly would get it just for a collector's item because it did look really cool. So yeah. Okay, but enough of that. Let's talk about the movie itself. Actually, I had a great time watching it. I really enjoyed it. I actually got to watch it with a friend, and yeah, we had a great time. We enjoyed it. We laughed, and yeah, we did have some ups and downs about the movie. So I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But yeah, by the way, warning, this will be a spoiler video because I'm bad at giving spoiler-free videos. I'm just gonna put it out there right now. There's gonna be a lot of spoilers in this one, so yeah. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch it right now. It's out in theaters right now, or it should be right now. If you're watching it at a different time, maybe you can stream it, rent it, I don't know, but you could watch it. I'm not sure. It's a 50-50 if I would recommend it, but I would recommend it if you have seen the first one. First one was really good. So yeah, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. If you haven't seen the first one, definitely watch that one first before going to the second, and you'll be caught up with everything and with this video. All right. Anyway, let's start reviewing the movie. All right. Okay. I took a couple notes because I used to do this on the spot, but I cannot really do it on the spot because there are so much things to talk about in movies. So I kind of wrote it down so that way I'm not missing any stuff. I might be missing a couple of stuff, or don't remember why I wrote it down, or maybe it's gonna be changed along. But yeah. Okay. Anyway. I have some ups and downs about the movies and expectations for the next one. So let's start up with actually the ups of the movie. Okay, first off, the movie was pretty good. Alright, I enjoyed it. It was good, I would say. Is it better than the first one? No. And maybe at the end of the video it might explain a lot why I think that way, but yeah, just hear me out. All right. Okay. At first I didn't really enjoy the movie. I liked that they included Fox McCloud. He was a pretty cool character in the movie. Yeah, I really like that reference. I like how he played kind of his own part in the movie. So yeah, that was pretty cool. And yeah, just really cool in general. See Fox McCloud. Although I never played any of the Star Fox games, I mainly know him from Super Smash Bros. Brawl or Bros. So yeah. The other thing I enjoyed was well, the animation, of course. Some of the scenes were absolute cinema and fantastic to see. Like for instance, Peach's Castle. The build up to that was really cool, and the way they just lifted up with the giant alien ship was also pretty cool. So yeah. It's also cool to see like Rosalina also at the beginning of the movie, and the Lumas as well, and yeah, just peak cinema. Until like after the castle. but we'll get to that in a second. Okay. There were tons of references as well, which I enjoyed. For instance, I believe some people pointed out Little Mac was also in the movie. While I haven't seen him for myself, I did notice Mr. Game & Watch. Yeah, I was trying to think of the name. Oh, and not to forget Rob. Yeah, Rob was also in the movie, if you didn't know. That was really quite surprising, actually. Also, Mr. Game & Watch, I did not expect him at all in the movie. So, yeah. Besides that, there were also tons and tons of references in the background. Like EGAD's computer and chair. Also, the paintbrush itself was probably made by EGAD. And yeah, there's tons of references that are probably overlooked. But a lot of references to like Galaxy, Super Mario Bros. 2, Yoshi's Island, I think. Yeah, also Sunshine, not to forget, right? Yeah, just tons and tons of references in that movie that I was quick to notice. Even the monkey. I forgot about the monkey. He was from Mario 64. He like steals your hat, but in the movie he like steals your, well, in this case, totes his backpack, which yeah was pretty funny. So yeah, okay. Oh yeah, and the Bowser bridge scene, dude, I was getting goosebumps, man. While I was watching that scene, Bowser on the bridge, like the axe is like, yeah, trying to scare them off, you know. Well, I want to subject to Bowser because I feel like it's important to point out, at least for me, and also pretty important maybe for this video. Bowser turns out to be good in the beginning of the movie, which is honestly surprising to me. Spoilers ahead again, but basically, Bowser was like springs to a tiny version of himself. And yeah, kind of like this actually. And he was locked up in a cage after the first movie and was kept there in order to prevent him from, well, causing genocide again. And over that period of time, he got to know the Mario Brothers a little bit better, and suddenly turns good for some reason. Now that I did not expect. I mean, I know Bowser turns good. I know that in some of the games, but not in this movie. I did not see that coming. I expected when, well, Bowser got turned back to normal in his normal size, I thought for sure he was gonna double cross them right there on the spot and return to his son and take over the galaxy. But no, surprisingly, very surprisingly, he decided to man up and stand up for the Mario Brothers and basically becoming their ally along the way for a while, until Bowser Jr. finally finds him and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Yo, we gotta kill those guys." "What if they none of you?" "Yeah, what the hell, man? Look, I built all of this. We can take over the galaxy now. Like, come on, man. Don't leave me hang." And Bowser's like, "Alright, that's my boy." And well, after that, the bridge scene again, and absolute cinema. Although Bowser in this story is kind of confusing. I mean, I get it. He goes through a lot. Yeah, he broke up with Princess Peach in his own way, and tries to deal with it. So, yeah. Besides that, I love how Bowser and Bowser Jr. kind of bond. Not exactly in the way I expected. I feel like Bowser Jr. comforts Bowser more than the other way around in this movie. Though it is interesting to see and fun to see. Yeah, it's actually a lot of... That's one of the highlights I like to see, is like the dynamic with Bowser and Bowser Jr. Bowser going through a tough time, and Bowser Jr. stepping up to his dad and reminding him, like, why, how to, like, deal with his stuff and trying to get him back to the way he was. being the king of the toothbrush. No, not long after, he kind of plummeted back into the lava. He came back, but yeah. Which brings me to the next one actually. Dry Bowser. Well, I did kind of expect him to show up. When I saw like the bridge scene. He looked amazing. Pretty great, honestly. Although I kind of wish they extended the bridge scene. Like they're, well, Bowser's plummeting down, like, no! I want it to be more dramatic. Instead, they just cut to 8-bit and show Bowser just plummeting down. Cool reference, really cool. But it could have been so dramatic. I wanted it to be more dramatic. Because it just felt goofy in a way. You could have turned that scene into something so dramatic. But they like shorten it so quickly and turn into Dry Bowser. I mean, maybe not get the whole hopes up of like he's dead, and maybe they didn't want to do, maybe they didn't want to like give the kids the feeling like, oh, he's actually dead. Maybe that's it. I don't know, but yeah. Other than that, after that, it was pretty peak cinema. Peak cinema. The fighting animation was great. Most of the fighting scenes were pretty cool. Princess Peach, Bowser Jr., and well, Mario and Luigi, Yoshi as well. They were pretty cool. So yeah. Oh yeah. Mario and Luigi, I mean, it's not that surprising. I really love them in this movie as well. You get to see more interaction between the two because, well, in the last movie they got split up. Now that they're together again, it's fun to see them like working together to like find the princess again and defeat Bowser. And I like that. I really love that. So yeah, that was really cool to also see. Also, it was fun to see Yoshi as well. I expected Yoshi to show up a little bit differently, but as soon as I saw in the trailer, I was like, oh, I mean, I guess that's fine. And then we're gonna head over to the backstory of how Yoshi actually got back into the Mushroom Kingdom, because if you don't know, by the way, at the end credits scene of the first movie, you see a Yoshi ad back in Brooklyn. Which hinted at the next movie, which I thought for sure was gonna be Mario World. Everyone was talking about it, and while I'm also talking about that, it was very, very much surprising to see the title being Mario Galaxy Movie. So, yeah, it was crazy, mind-blowing. But okay, just to go back to the end credits real quick. In the second movie, they go a little bit of the backstory of Yoshi, how he was basically born, and how he got to the Mushroom Kingdom, which was a pretty funny montage. Nobody can really complain about there. I thought it was really funny. I really expected Yoshi to like struggle to survive, maybe like in the city and stuff, but no, he's just living his best life. As Yoshi. Although at the end he does get chased by the cops, which is pretty funny. But yeah, all in all, it was just really funny to see Yoshi. Also the motorcycle scene, it was just hilarious to see Yoshi. Yeah. Okay. No, you know what? I think it's better if we head up to the downside of the movie. Okay, so like I said, I really enjoyed the movie. I think it was great. But we're gonna have to talk about some things about the movie that I think like, why is it there? Okay, the first thing, which everyone I think was talking about, is the pacing. It's so fast. It's going from left to right, to left to right, fighting. Oh look, it's Bowser, fighting. Yeah, and the pacing of the movie was pretty quick. And I mean, it did kind of work, especially in the beginning. It was going well, but after, like I said, the castle scene, it kind of felt quick, and I kind of wish we could have seen more or longer extended scenes, you know. because they could have done that. But the pacing is just so fast, and you're like, what is going on? I mean, I get it, but whoa, we're flying through the galaxy now. Is that Fox McFly? Holy crap, Rosalina! You know, it's like that. So yeah. Speaking of Rosalina, that was also weird. I mean, it's a Mario Galaxy movie. If you don't know, no, it begins with Rosalina introducing herself as the mother of the Lumas, reading a bedtime story, you know, to the baby Lumas. And not a minute after that, Bowser Jr. shows up in his machine, and while I was watching the trailer, I thought for sure Rosalina was gonna win that fight. Apparently not. After Rosalina blows up only one arm, Bowser Jr. notices another target and tries to snatch the Luma to get like Rosalina's attention, which worked. And by that, Rosalina gets captured. Well, I didn't like the idea of that, mostly. It's the backstory of Rosalina and Peach, which is mainly bugging me the most during the whole movie. That's the thing that's frustrating me, because it's never been revealed where Peach or Rosalina came from or what the backstory actually is. And in the first movie, they did that pretty well. They didn't tell anything about Peach, which I was like, oh yeah, I mean that's a pretty nice way to do it. But in the second movie, they were like, okay, let's give them answers, not specific answers, but just these answers. Why? I don't know. Yeah, but what they basically wanted to answer in the second movie is apparently Rosalina is Princess Peach's big sister. And I'm just sitting there like, what? What? How does that make any sense? Because for years we've been theorizing that Princess Peach was the mother of Rosalina, and there's like time travel and stuff, space and time and whatever. But in the movie they're like, no, it's just her big sister. What? And it doesn't mainly mean it's game lore wise, right? It doesn't mean that. I don't think it's confirmed that it's canon to the games, but to have it canon in the movie is kind of just confusing to me. Because we've been theorizing for years, and I actually started to believe like Rosalina is the daughter of Princess Peach, but no, let's just throw it out the window and tell like, oh, it's a big sister. And I know it's a theory, but come on, come on. We analyzed the images, everything. You didn't even have to tell us that they were sisters. You didn't need to tell that. Instead, you did. And now I have to deal with it now. Basically, yeah. And then also another weird part. They both have powers. I mean, Rosalina, yeah, has a magic wand. I get it. Okay, she can fly, fine. But suddenly, Princess Peach has powers? Apparently, if they combine their powers, they can destroy the universe or something like that. And the whole reason they got separated is because they wanted them both for the powers. Powers which never ever been mentioned in the games. At least I think so. It's just weird. Like, where does this idea come from? Am I missing something here? I've been here for 21 years! Okay, but yeah, as you can tell, that's the most frustrating part for me during the movie, was the backstory of Princess Peach and Rosalina. Other than that, the actress is pretty good for Rosalina. The actress of Peach is really well as well. But yeah. Oh, that's the only point. The only downside, the big downside of like the movie for me. Because I just was so convinced at this point that Princess Peach was the mother of Rosalina, and there's like a space, time, and stuff gap. So yeah. I'm still processing that. Let's just put it that way, alright? I'm still processing that that's now a canon in the movie. Okay. Now, what else? Oh yeah. Okay, I did put it down. No, I'm kind of doubting it at this point because I'm thinking about it. And the thing I wrote down is that Bowser's confusing character. Because like I said, he turns Duke for a while. And at first I'm like confused, like why? But now I'm thinking about it, it's probably because he's heartbroken. Princess Peach, the woman of his life, rejected him. And while trying times and times again, this time it just feels different. He like gives up. And now I'm starting to understand, like, okay, Mario and Luigi were maybe there for him at his lowest. And Bowser Jr. is there to kind of bring him back to the Bowser way, you know? So, yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, Bowser Jr., I didn't have any problem during the movie. People have been pointing out the eyes and the voice and everything. But at the end of the movie, I didn't mind. At the end of the day, I gotta say, Bowser Jr. did pretty well in the movie. Not gonna lie. I liked his voice. It was spot on. The character was pretty good as well. So yeah. No points there actually. No topics. Just absolute cinema. Okay. Oh yeah. I also wrote down there's too much going on. What I basically mean with that, there's too many references and things to keep up. Like, you have the Mario Galaxy movie, but I mean, there are certain elements there of Galaxy, like the galaxies are there, Queen Bee is there, there's like this and that from Galaxy. But it doesn't feel like Galaxy itself. It just feels like a second Super Mario Brothers movie. So, I'm thinking, why didn't they just call it Super Mario Bros. 2? I mean, it wouldn't worked either way, right? I mean, yeah, we do travel the galaxy and all of that, but it doesn't feel like that fully, you know? It doesn't feel like we're actually exploring the galaxy. It just feels like, yeah, we're trying to save the princess or saving someone again, and we're taking the shortcut through the galaxies to get there, you know? Yeah. Alright. And then there's also too many characters maybe at the same time, because they cut off Rosalina at the beginning. She didn't get enough screen time, I think. Yeah. And then there's Fox McCloud, who gets all the screen time, even though he isn't part of the... He like, Fox McCloud steals the spotlight, basically, during the end saga of the movie. So, yeah. And there's just like, we're going from Peach to the Lumas, to the Bowser Jr., to Bowser, to this and that. There's like too many characters at once. And I love them all equally. And I get it, it's hard to keep the focus on every character. And there's also the thing with the pacing of the movie, which makes it like, oh, there's Bowser, there's Mario, Luigi. Like, it's like that, you know? Kind of like the Final Fantasy 2, like it's trying to do all these things at once. And I mean, it makes it a little bit confusing, you know? I don't know how to explain it. It's just quickly paced, feels like there's too much in it, and you're trying to tell a story, but there's too much happening at the same time. So, yeah. And I just wish we could have seen more. There was so much we could have explored during that movie. Like, for instance, we could have had, right? We could have had, maybe they're saving this for the next movie, but we could have had the black hole consuming all of the galaxy, life, and everything. But they didn't. We just had a doomsday device, which we didn't even get to use. It just immediately got pushed aside or destroyed at the end. So, yeah. I would have loved it if they just destroyed one galaxy with that. It would have been interesting to see what that doomsday device could have actually done, you know? So, yeah. Yeah, but that's also during the end phase of the movie. I just feel like the end phase of the movie is really rushed. all together, you know. There's just too much happening at that point. So yeah. Oh no, to be fair, the ending of the movie, like they're gonna head home and then there's Pizza's castle is just gone. That was hilarious. Not gonna lie, that was really funny. That made it, well, pretty funny. So yeah. Oh yeah, there was one thing I was looking so forward to during this movie. Because, well, Yoshi wasn't in. I wanted to see, right? I wanted to hear. That's a Mama Luigi to you, Mario.
Mama? Mama Luigi?
Because that's a great reference to like the Super Mario show, where Yoshi was actually also born and meets Luigi for the first time. And I know Luigi wasn't there when he was born, but I just wanted to see the reference, man. Maybe he could have like holding in the arms, and he's like, I don't know, Mama or something, you know? It would have been funny. It should have been funny, but no, it's pretty upsetting. Okay, yeah. Okay. Anyway, guys, I didn't really enjoy the movie though. Don't get me wrong, I really loved it. The bits and pieces. Biggest part of the movie I really enjoyed. It's just mainly the pacing of the movie and Rosalina's backstory that's bothering me. That's kind of my wrapped around opinion about this movie right now. And also that it's not really a Mario Galaxy, but much rather I feel like it's just a Super Mario Bros. 2. We just quite literally take off from the first movie, use the same characters and stuff and just move on, you know? And there's just Bowser Jr. and Rosalina to go win it. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't really enjoy the movie, and I'll probably get a buy it on DVD to look for even more references, because I'm pretty sure there's more hidden in plain sight. So yeah, once again, if you haven't seen the movie by now, go watch it. What are you doing? Come on. Yeah, I really love the movie, and what are my expectations for the next movie, which was also for this movie, by the way. Maybe they're saving like the black hole thing, consuming all galaxies for the third movie, because that would make pretty good for a third trilogy, you know. When the Lumos had to sacrifice themselves, like just like in the game, and maybe in the next movie they use like the Nintendo DS pod when they put in Dry Bowser. So he can restore himself and return to his original form. Yeah, and other than that, I really expected Mario and Waluigi to be in this movie. But it turns out they just weren't, sadly. And I also expected Princess Daisy to be in it. And yeah, which is pretty funny I come across that, because, well, if you stick around to the very end of the movie, Princess Daisy was in the movie. At the end. I mean, it was good. It was good. I liked the design, really. I liked it. I liked the teaser. Now we just hope we get to maybe see her in the next movie, you know? And maybe Mario and Waluigi as well. Because they are slowly putting together the whole Mario team, you know? Oh no, there was just one thing that I just keep thinking about, and that's where they're gonna pick up after this. Because I have no idea. I know it sounds weird, right? I feel like they maybe are gonna introduce the Koopalings. That would be amazing, actually. Because it is a pretty great opening to start that way. Like, if you don't know, by the way, spoilers again. Bowser's in prison with Bowser Jr. And that would be a great opportunity for the Koopalings to jump in and make like a prison escape. and they save them, throw Bowser in a pot where he gets restored, and yeah, that's when the movie goes off, and maybe Bowser is fully back to his full self, and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna destroy the world. And maybe that could also mean we get Bowser's fury, because that will be a great foreshadowing to the third movie when we see Bowser's real fury. And he would somehow maybe create like the black hole where everything gets consumed, and there's higher risk now of like losing everything and everyone. I mean, that sounds like a real good pitch to me, honestly. And then we'll just include Wario and Waluigi somewhere in the background. Yeah. I mean, that sounds like a really good pitch to me. I don't know about you guys. Well, no, then there's also the title for the next movie. Because what title are they gonna use? Because at the beginning I thought we were gonna get like the Super Mario Brothers, and maybe Super Mario Brothers 2, or World even, because that would be pretty good, and end with Galaxy. Instead, the second movie is Galaxy. So what title are they saving for the third movie, you know? What are they planning? It could be Wonder, it could be Odyssey, because we have seen a lot of Odyssey during the movies. Could be something entirely else. Maybe Super Mario Brothers Mayhem, I don't know. I'm just saying stuff. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, those are my expectations for the next movie, and I am looking forward to the next movie, and I really enjoyed this movie, so I'm probably gonna buy it on DVD, or maybe go watch it a second time in the theaters while I can. Who knows? But yeah, guys, I really hope you guys did enjoy the review of the Super Mario Brothers movie, and I know we had a lot to talk about, but yeah, I love the movie. I do think the first one was better, but this was a pretty fun one to watch as well. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go watch it, and yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy. So if you did, drop a like and subscribe for more content just like this one. And I'll see you guys in the next one. And as always, stay awesome, my news. Just somewhere, logging off.